to whoever it is that is making these decisions. And secondly, leaking out information is the game of amateurs. It's not the game that you play if you're really serious about wanting to have the best people in place.
Can you give us a sense of what your interaction with the transition team has been like? Because there have been a lot of stories about chaos within the team, that Chris Christie, who was one of the people that we put up on that screen, has been bumped aside, that, you know, he may not have a role in the future. What's your sense of who's heading the operation and how it's going? You know,
I mean, if you look at the fact that Donald Trump has named people already far in advance of when Barack Obama, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, George W. Bush, you know, George H. Walker Bush, none of those guys had people named this early. Donald Trump is ahead of the game. This nonsense, and I think it's a media creation because of the 24-hour news cycle now, and everybody thinks that he's supposed to have all this done the day after the election when he didn't even sleep that night. It's going fine. I mean, it's a very complicated process to put 4,100 people in positions in a short period of time and ask them to go through an upheaval of this. I think it's, you know, probably doing much better than most previous administrations who were supposedly better prepared for it.
Well, we did get some concrete information today. Mike Pompeo at CIA, Mike Flynn at NSA, and the list goes on. So talk to me a little bit about what you think of the appointments that we heard about today. And Jeff Sessions, I should point out also as well, the senator from Alabama who was an early Trump supporter.
Yeah, Jeff Sessions is one of my very favorite people. Phenomenal senator, plain-spoken, brought clarity to the TPP discussion back when it was going early on. I think it's an amazingly good choice and one that I just given a standing ovation for.
What do you say to those who say, well, when he was, you know, going through the confirmation process a long time ago, there were what were perceived to be racist comments made, and he apologized for those? Is he going to have a difficult time because of that?
My gosh, if everybody is going to be the judges he's already put on the Supreme Court list, for all those, I call them the hand-wringers and bedwetters out there in the Republican Party who said, oh, Donald Trump, we can't trust him, he won't be conservative. Look at what he's doing. He's picking solid conservative people. It speaks well of his process. It speaks well of also the team that he wants to put together.
What about Mike Flynn?
A good man, you know, and again, one of the key things in that job is that the president trusts you. And I think Donald Trump trusts Mike Flynn, and that's the #1 quality that he has. He certainly has the credentials. You know, you get that many stars on your shoulder, you've earned the right to be respected, and he certainly does.
Mitt Romney is going to meet with him tomorrow, is what we're told, with the president-elect. I mean, it's just, we played some of what Mitt Romney said in that speech. I mean, Mitt Romney really went out on a limb.
He did.
On that speech. And he pretty much trashed the entire career of Donald Trump. And yet he's someone who has a lot of respect in this country, Mitt Romney. Can these guys put it together?
If Donald Trump thinks he can, then that's his decision to make. I think it's very difficult, given the level of rhetoric. You know, is there a role for Mitt? I don't know. I'm not sure. But look, the #1 quality that you bring to any administration in any endeavor is loyalty. And it's a sense of understanding a respect, a healthy, genuine, loyal respect for the person who put you in the job. I always looked at it this way. If somebody did everything they could to keep me from getting a job, do I really want to put them in a job?
But isn't that just part of the game? I mean, isn't that part of what happens in a rough and tumble campaign, that people, you know, shoot across the bow at each other and then they say, truce?
Look, it's perfectly normal in politics to go after each other. But when you start going to the level of saying a person is unfit, unqualified, incapable, now those are words that cross a border. Because it's one thing to say he's not the best person. This person has a weak area on national defense or on health care, on whatever it is you want to pick. That's fair game. When you start going after that person's character, that person's ability to do the job.
But Donald Trump said he choked like a dog in the first election.
All the more reason you wonder. You know,
that Ted Cruz was lying.
You know,
that Ted Cruz was you know, that Ted Cruz respects these guys and realizes that they're smart and wants their input.
And that very well may be the case. And if so, then I would have to assume Donald Trump is going to exact out of them some sense of perspective and maybe a public walking of the plank to say, I take back all those nasty things I said, they were untrue and I didn't mean them.
Would you like to be the ambassador to Israel?
You know, I have no comment on anything that the president-elect might present to me, and I don't know that that's my future. I just don't know. That's his decision to make. It's my decision only to process that and decide. But as I said earlier, and I'll stand by it, those who know don't talk. Those who talk don't know.
Governor Huckabee, always good to have you with us, and a good reminder for everybody in this season of mass speculation. But we're getting some concrete stuff too as well, which is helpful. Thank you so much, Governor.
Thank you, Martha.
Great to see you.
That'd be a pretty good line for debate, Governor. Saying. Secret Service making a record haul in counterfeit money, $30 million in bogus currency. That's the most in the agency's history. Wow. Codename Operation Sunset. Secret Service worked with authorities in Peru as they conducted a series of raids in Lima. That capital city is considered a hotbed for counterfeit bucks. 48 people arrested, 6 printing locations have been shut down.
One blade
and
for
that's
beards
why
and
you have new
stubble.
currency
It
every couple of
trims.
years, right?
It styles.
That's why it always
It
changes.
shaves
to
any length.
Stay ahead of those guys.
Even
That's why
against
they
the
hold your money
grain.
up to
Phillips
the right,
Norelco
you
One
know,
Blade.
when you give them the
Be
big
your best
$20
you.
bill.
Be part of it.
Make sure that thing's okay. I didn't know Peru was known for that. But anyway, so we're keeping an eye, as we have told you, on the lobby, the Trump Tower lobby. I used to go to this place when I was a little girl to see the poinsettias that went all the way up and down the tower inside at Christmas time, and never imagined that it would one day be the place where a presidential transition was taking place. But there you have it. You can see the guards lined up all around the elevator banks there. So we'll keep an eye on that as well this morning.
Also, President Obama overseas, perhaps burned by his own experience, passing on some foreign policy advice to his successor as it deals with Putin and Russia. Is it good advice? That's next.
My hope is that the president-elect coming in takes a similarly constructive approach, finding areas where we can cooperate with Russia, that the president-elect also is willing to stand up to Russia.
At Clorox 2, we've turned removing stains into a science.
Now pre-treat with Clorox 2.
Watch stains disappear right before your eyes. Remove 4 times more stains than detergent alone.
Real, raw, revealing. The things I've wanted to say and the stories you have to hear. I didn't want to tell my story to the papers. I wanted to tell it directly to you.
Megyn Kelly's Settle for More. Available everywhere books are sold.
Preparing meals can be a lot of work, but the Cuisinart Chef's convection oven makes it so easy. 15 cooking functions, digital precision control, 1875 watts of power, and quick heat up give you perfect results. Create ultimate nachos, cheesy on the inside, crisp on the outside with the special dual cook function. Crafting homemade pizzas with the authentic 13-inch pizza stone is a breeze. Bake creamy mac and cheese, herb roasted chicken, toast garlic bread. Everyday meals are delicious and easy with Cuisinart's family of toaster ovens.
If you could be more heart healthy just by drinking a glass of earthy vegetable juice daily, would you do it? Probably not. But what if this performance-enhancing veggie was transformed into a great-tasting circulation superfood drink? It's called Super Beets, and I can help you try it risk-free. Super Beets is loaded with vegetable dietary nitrates that boost nitric oxide levels in your body. This equals an increase in energy and stamina without stimulants. Dietary nitrates are incredible for supporting healthy blood pressure, too. I take Super Beets as my pre-workout in the morning and as a
younger. Within, 30 minutes of taking it, I felt a difference.
Get a free canister of Super Beets with your first order. Get a free book called Beat the Odds on how to improve your health with Beet Nutrition, plus nitric oxide indicator strips to monitor your dietary nitrate levels before and after. Try Super Beets. You'll love it.
Call 1-800-632-4230 or go to getsuperbeets.com.
644, welcome back here. Snohomish County detectives are searching for a man considered armed and dangerous, accused of breaking into cars left near hiking trails. One of those victims says she left her wallet and some jewelry, including her wedding ring, on the floor of her car, hidden under a coat while she hiked Centennial Trail right near Lake Stevens. When she came back, though, all of those valuables were gone.
I thought I was doing good by having tinted windows, covering the bags with a blanket, a sweater.
We're really asking the public to not leave your valuables in the cars. It's said all the time.
However, we're really seeing where people just aren't paying attention to that.
Your teeth are getting in the way.
Police say surveillance from nearby stores and gas stations showing 27-year-old Travis Englund using the stolen credit cards, and investigators say he has a history of stealing cars and evading police. He is wanted on felony warrants. If you see him, call Crime Stoppers.
Checking stories trending online this morning, Travis McDonald's announcing it wants robots to take your order.
Yes, so the fast food giant announcing it is rolling out these robotic touchscreen ordering kiosks for all of its U.S. locations. From the New York Times, here's the headline: McDonald's introduces screen ordering and table service. Now, once you have placed your order by selecting on the touch screen, you'll then take a seat and a staffer will bring you your order when it is ready. So here's a look inside what the new McDonald's will soon look like. You can order before you even step inside using your phone. There are those touch screens. Once you've made your selection, you can either take your phone or grab one of those cards that will alert the staff where you are. The company has been testing these touch screens in New York, Florida, Southern California, now planning to upgrade all locations across the country. The hope is here that more folks will be coming back to McDonald's because the fast food giant has kind of been struggling to keep up with consumer tastes in the last couple of years, especially millennials. They've changed a lot, really preferring the fast casual competitors and the fresh-made competitors. So like Shake Shack, for example, that's where McDonald's is headed in the very near future. Back to you.
Vice President
647 right now. The divorce rate in our country has dropped to its lowest mark in 35 years. A new study out of Bowling Green University says the couples married in this century, the divorce rate is down to 15%. The divorce rate peaked at 50% for couples married in the 80s, and experts say the decline could be due to changing trends of marriage. Baby boomers were getting married between 20 and 23 years old, and now people are waiting a little longer until they're about 26 and 27.
647, time for a check of what
Obama proposed to Putin, a deal in which American military officers and Russian military officers would share our most sensitive intelligence to target some of these groups, and it was a deal that the Pentagon vehemently opposed. So while I certainly have some concern about the Russians and think we should approach it with a very kind of cautious eye, I just find it coming from President Obama to be
It's a remarkable thing to see under the geopolitical moves that Putin has made. I mean, just over the past 12 months, it's extraordinary. How does Mike Flynn deal with something like this? How does Mike Pompeo, if he leads the CIA, deal with this?
Well, you know, there's two main functions to the National Security Advisor for which General Flynn has been will be nominated. You know, one is obviously national security advice to the president, but two, I think just as important is coordinating a lot of that bad behavior back.
Does he come from the mold of General David Petraeus, or would you put him in a different category, Michael?
Well, he is certainly, I think, one of the more enlightened generals that we've seen of this generation. He worked very closely with General Stan McChrystal, perfected how we target these terrorist groups. I look forward to seeing the head of ISIS, al-Baghdadi, get taken out under Mike Flynn's leadership. But then at the same time, you know, he also criticized his own kind of intelligence community in the sense that we've learned and focused heavily on targeting terrorist leaderships, but we don't understand kind of the tribes and the local dynamics well enough like we should, I think, to be successful in these wars.
Yeah, I remember the night he spoke at the convention in Cleveland, Ohio. It was late on the first evening after the primetime hour, so a lot of folks missed his speech. It was fiery. Michael, thanks for coming in today. Good to have you on board, and congratulations to the Green Beret Foundation the other night.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Bill, and thank you personally for your support.
You are welcome. It's my honor. Michael Waltz, thank you. Martha.
So there is a lot of talk about presidential campaigns and securing the borders. So what does the president-elect do? What can he actually get accomplished? We're going to take a look.
Donald Trump's most prized possessions, the treasured items that matter to him most, and the stories behind them. It's a rare glimpse into his personal life. Don't miss as Harvey Levin hosts Objectify Donald Trump on Fox News Channel.
Enjoy 4-day specials at our pre-Thanksgiving sale. Save up to 70% throughout the store with select $39 sweaters, $249 signature suits, and executive sport coats and blazers, 2 for $199. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Let's talk about your bad breath. It can really ruin the moment. Use TheraBreath mouthwash to instantly knock out bad breath, spit, and help restore confidence.
The Season of Adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Trump's economic fix. From taxes to job incentives, we break it down. Plus, why some schools are helping students protest against Trump on the next Cost of Freedom.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and we're happy to report that nearly 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this fantastic money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. Why Quicken Loans? Why Quicken Loans? The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance to make sure that it's both simple and easy. And for 6 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 3rd year, they also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. If you're not familiar with HARP, it's a U.S. government program designed specifically for homeowners who have little or no equity. A great feature of the HARP program is that most HARP refinance loans do not require an appraisal, and there are fewer income verification requirements. That makes it simpler, easier, and even faster. And even if you've been denied for a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that you now may be eligible. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. And we'll do all we can to help you save money on your mortgage. It's simple and easy. So find out if you're eligible to take advantage of today's incredibly low interest rates and start saving money every month on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans today or go to QuickenLoans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
President-elect Donald Trump vowing during his campaign to build a wall between the United States and Mexico. The two countries have had portions of fencing and walls sort of in different spots along the border there for some time. More than 60 countries, mostly in Europe, now installing barriers at their borders to keep people out, mostly because of the refugee crisis that they have been experiencing. William Lajeunesse live from Los Angeles with more on this morning. Hey, William, good morning.
Well, Martha, you know, the irony is politicians say fences don't work until they need one. Europe has 4 times more barriers today than they did in the Cold War, and anyone who lives on our southern border, along with the agents who patrol it, will tell you that walls work.
We will build a great wall along the southern border.
Whether you call it a wall or a fence, border barriers are booming, not just in the U.S.
At the end of World War II, there were less than 5 border walls anywhere in the world. As late as 1989, when the Berlin Wall came down, there were about 15 border walls. Today, there are almost 70.
Greece, Hungary, Israel, countries are building walls to keep immigrants and refugees out.
What the walls are meant to do is to be a form of deterrence, to make it much harder to cross a border, with the idea that that will discourage people from trying to cross.
We have a lot better idea of what's coming across the border, and we're a lot more likely to apprehend it.
Along the southern border, agents rely on 350 miles of existing fence.
We might only have 30 seconds to a minute before we lose sight of those people. The point of the fence is to slow down the traffic. in areas where they're able to quickly move into the U.S.
But it's not enough to secure the border. So last year, House Republicans proposed erecting 570 miles of double fencing, like this one in Yuma, with an access road in between. And while fences do deter and stop illegal immigrants, they need manpower, sensors, and surveillance to really work.
So to many, Trump's wall is simply a metaphor for a barrier that works. So based on topography, experts know what to build and where to build it. Martha, it is not only a question of design, desire, and money.
Interesting to see all those walls in all of those countries. William, thank you very much.
Keeping a close eye on the lobby at Trump Tower this morning. Top jobs are now being announced in the Trump administration. Plus, what about that meeting with Mitt Romney? That will happen tomorrow. Chris Wallace on deck to analyze everything we're learning so far today.
And a dire warning from the head of the TSA, why he is sounding the alarm about air travel around the holiday. We'll tell you what they're saying. We'll be right back.
Just like Mom, you have dinner on the table at 6 every night.
Hey guys, I'm home.
Of course, no one said it had to be cooked. Campbell's one-dish recipes, designed around one pan and your schedule. Made for real life.
What the years take away, they also give back in knowledge, experience, judgment, and wisdom. We're Interim Healthcare, and we've been helping people live better lives at home for more than 50 years. Call or click today.
You want to stay warm when you're feeling chilled, but you don't want to raise your heating bill. So you pile on some blankets and maybe a sweater or two. There's got to be something better you could do. Now, there's the Handy Heater, the whole room space heater that plugs right into the wall and takes up no space at all, but is so powerful it transforms cold and chilly spaces into warm and cozy places for just pennies a day. Powerful enough to fill any room up to 250 square feet with warm, comforting heat. Look, this room was a chilly 63 degrees, but with the Handy Heater, it's a warm and comfortable 72. Bathrooms are especially cold, and cold tile is like ice on your feet. But with a Handy Heater plugged in, your bathroom is always warm and toasty. Up until now, space heaters have been... This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life.
Watch the new music video for the best.
And circulates air to keep you
Then the turnaround, they won 9 of the remaining 10 games.
For chilly areas that have
Yeah, Pamela will have to start winning. Probably Google it up.
Ideal for homes with children and pets. Even a garage or basement workshop stays nice and toasty. And the compact size makes it perfect for travel. So keep old man winter in his place and turn any room into a warm and cozy space with the Handy Heater. Bulky space heaters can cost up to $100 or more. But call now and get the compact, powerful Handy Heater for just $29.99. But wait, order now and we'll double your order free. Just pay separate processing and handling. Now everyone in your family can stay warm and cozy with Handy Heater. Yes, you get 2 Handy Heaters, an amazing value, all for just $29.99.
To order your Handy Heater, call 1-800-449-3116 or go online at handyheater.com. Don't delay. Call 1-800-449-3116 or go online at handyheater.com. Order now.
With class-exclusive 4-corner air suspension for a smooth, controlled level ride. And the class-exclusive...
President-elect Donald Trump moving full speed ahead this morning. Boy, we've got a lot of information that came out from Trump Tower today as he searches among America's best and brightest to get his administration together. You can just hear the buzz in the room where it's happening, as they say in Hamilton this morning. He will meet with Mitt Romney.
It's drawing on the wall.
So it should be interesting. That'll happen
Asian
in
paint.
Bedminster, New Jersey tomorrow.
To decorate. Happy birthday! Feel special.